The occurrence of building failure and collapse has become a major issue of concern in the development of Nigeria. The latest marked the 2016 Christmas celebration for many residents in Ikeja in Lagos State. But this is just a case in point. Let's talk about how to solve this problem on this episode of Big Story. I'm Eni Thompson. A home is now heaps of rubble. The residence of 27 families in the police barracks, Ikeja, Lagos, has become a death trap. One that gave way on Christmas Day, claiming the life of 2 persons.
It was the staircase of the block that collapsed. And as of the time that I got here, I met my colleagues and the emergency response team supporting us with a view to getting the 2 persons that were trapped under the staircase. And before I left here, those 2 persons were gotten out dead and they've been taken to the mortuary. It's an unfortunate incident.
Although only one part of the buildings gave way, the other buildings do not look attractive, with cracks and buildings which could be described as dilapidated. The facilities for conveniences are mostly makeshift, and those that are not are in deplorable states. Incidentally, the Commissioner of Police had visited the location days before the incident.
I have been here based on information and report that I got on the need for us to do an integrity test of some of our buildings. It's not the first time we've been doing that. So I came here to come and look at this place about 4 days ago with a view to assessing what this place looks like, what do the buildings look like, and of course, if we are going to do anything at all, how do we take a census of the people that are living here, so that if the police leadership wants to do a stopgap measure while we are repairing, rebuilding all these structures. So that was the reason why I came here 4 days ago.
Many have asked why an important arm, such as the police, would have to occupy structures of this status, considering the importance of the personnel of the force.
You could have seen that most of these structures are discreet. They are old. Most of them are over 50, 60 years old.
That time, maybe the police force was just 100 or 90, and that's why they came up with this. But if you say that the expansion is not, we don't go along with as we expand, we don't expand our infrastructure, I will agree with you on that. But the fact that we don't care or we don't show concern, I think is an overstatement and a very wrong one for that matter.
Now, the police leadership says it has stepped in, and the message from the Inspector General of Police through the Assistant Inspector General Kayode Aderanti is that the Police Commission has a plan.
I believe the IGP is doing a whole lot of things to bring about a kind of a holistic welfare package that cut across all areas. Talking about barrack accommodation, talking about increment in their welfare package, paying rents, paying the allowances and everything. And from the last discussion that he had with us, I think there's going to be a kind of barracks being built in all the states of the Federation. And he has mandated all the Command Commissioner of Police to liaise with their state governors to allocate land. I think there's a fund that is already rested for that purpose. So in the next couple of months, I think things will be done. You're going to see it when this is, in fact, it's in a hurry to get it off the ground.
On December 10, 2016, a similar incident took place in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Rainers Bible Church was packed full for a special program when the unfortunate incident happened.
It's not quite 2 hours time after offering, the governor came in. Immediately the governor came in, it's not up to 20 minutes time, the building collapsed. Just when we look up, we saw the building coming down and people were rushing out.
When you have a tragedy of this magnitude, what happens normally, some people probably are dead at the spot. That you can't do much about. We just have to sympathize with the families. And then some will be seriously injured you have to be able to try being able to look at the degree of injuries, which ones can you save.
And the governor who survived the collapse seeks the way forward.
Assessing these in the face of somebody who is not an engineer could see a whole lot of defects in the construction. We'll try as much as possible to make sure that we bring those who were careless about this to book. And I'll make contact immediately to both the Nigerian Society of Engineers and also try to have a team of engineers here in Akwa Ibom to assess where there were pure negligence on the part of those that did this.
Eyewitness,
The issue of collapse of buildings is not new in Nigeria. A study carried out by the Department of Geography and Environmental Planning of the University of Abuja shows that 139 houses collapsed between 1974 and 2012, with majority occurrences in Lagos and Abuja. Obviously, this figure has increased, especially with incidences like the Lekki Gardens building collapse in Lagos, which a 5-story building under construction gave way and over 30 lives were lost.
Since the unfortunate collapse, the state government has taken the following steps. Order the immediate sealing of the construction site and cessation of further construction. Ensure the coordinated emergency rescue of all injured victims and treatment at its hospitals. Order the owners of the collapsed building to submit themselves to the police. Some government officials have been relieved of their duties. I want to assure you that there will no longer be any sacred cows. The state government will undertake a stability test on all other buildings constructed by the developer in the state, whether occupied or not, to ascertain their structural stability. The developer will pay the cost of the test. Any building found to be defective will be demolished. For those that pass the integrity test, the developer will pay a penalty for any overdevelopment on the site.